everyone. Thank you very much for attending our brand new episode of Sentinel podcast series. So we have with us our colleague Kostas from Sphinx, and he will also give us his opinion and insights about GDPR, data protection, and also about future trends and how the industry is progressing towards this direction. Kostas, thank you very much for accepting this invitation. It's an honor to have you with us in our podcast. Maybe you can just very briefly tell us a little bit about yourself and also about Sphinx, your company.
Okay, thank you first of all for having me. It's a pleasure. Um, I'm Kostas Poulios. I'm the CTO of Sphinx Technology Solutions. We are Sphinx Technology Solutions is an SME offering solutions and consulting services in the areas of security, risk, assurance, and certification, in security analytics and intelligence, as well as operations and incident response. And lastly, we also have a new platform in the cyber range training area. That's pretty much what we are
Okay.
doing.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kostas. We have just prepared three questions, three very short questions, just to have your personal opinion about these matters. The first one, it's regarding the current landscape of the European SMEs with regards to the data privacy, security, and also GDPR compliance. I mean, um, what, from your perspective, what are actually the challenges that SMEs are facing right
Mhm.
now, and if these challenges are, I would say, only technological or are more than technological challenges. So basically, why? I mean, also taking into account your experience from Sentinel project, why are not yet SMEs already compliant, or at least most of them compliant with personal data protection and GDPR?
Okay, yes, absolutely. Thank you. Well, the landscape for SMEs in Europe, especially in the area of the data protection and security, is very dynamic and domain and keeps evolving all the time. So even though many SMEs have already made big steps in adopting and adapting to GDPR regulation, which came into effect in 2018, there are still many challenges that they are facing. So firstly, the main challenge is the awareness, which remains a significant issue. Many SMEs lack a deep understanding of the GDPR requirements and the implications for their operations. And this is partly due to the complexity of the regulation itself and the limited resources available to the smaller companies, to the smaller businesses, to spend on these compliance matters. So you mentioned about the technological barriers. So the the main technological barriers, I would say, is the adoption of implementing sophisticated data protection technologies, because these technologies can include strong encryption, secure data storage solution, advanced cybersecurity measures, etc. But due to the limited and technical expertise that these SMEs and MEs, they find it difficult to invest in order to effectively deploy such technologies. Now, on the other hand, on the non-technological barriers, um, they are, which are also very equally crucial. They lack dedicated staff or legal expertise within their organizations. Um, so they get delayed in having these proper systems in place in order to navigate the complexities of GDPR. So there is also the misconception that GDPR compliance is only relevant for larger enterprises, which is causing some SMEs to believe that there's not a significant data protection measure required. Moreover, some SMEs struggle with integrating data protection into their day-to-day operations. And this is not just a matter of compliance, it's about adopting a culture that values and protects customer and employees' data throughout the organization. Now, you asked me how to, yes.
No, thank you, Costa. I don't know if you finished, but just also trying to summarize. So basically, the panoply of challenges, it's quite diverse. So we are not only talking about pure technological ones, it goes even more than that. So it's
Yes,
cultural ones, it's human resource, it's also about handling the complexity that it's to some extent imposed by
yes.
GDPR.
And the financial resources that the smaller
And
companies have, that
of
they
course,
cannot,
in financial.
yes. Um, so now, what about some solutions? I
Yeah,
mean,
basically, yeah. My second question was uh, pretty much towards now focusing more on Sentinel project that you are also part of, and you are also leading the exploitation activities of Sentinel. So the way you see Sentinel and about the selling argument of Sentinel, uh, how do you foresee that actually SMEs can take advantage of Sentinel in which way? And also from I would say an exploitation perspective, what could be your opinion about what can actually be exploited out of this three-year project?
okay. Of course, I see value in this project to be exploited. Um, Sentinel's key competitive offering is the innovative and cost-effective one-stop shop end-to-end digital privacy and data protection framework. So um, Sentinel offers through the platform to the SMEs a plethora of services that are tailored to their needs, infrastructure, and capabilities. So, to mention some of them is the GDPR CSA, the Compliance Self-Assessment Service, the ROPA, which is the Records of Processing Activities, DPAA, Data Protection Impact Assessment, Cybersecurity Risk Assessment, and CyberIn's training service as well. So, all these suggest a novel approach to integrated and obtainable privacy and personal data protection compliance for SMEs as a whole solution that we haven't seen in the competition offered as a whole from a single platform. So just based on that only, I can see there's a lot of value in Sentinel in the future. However, there is a huge competition in the landscape, and there will have to be there are a lot of challenges that Sentinel will face if they want to enter this market. Um, if I want to mention some of the challenges that I consider myself more important is because as I said, there's an established competition, maybe not on all of the services that Sentinel is offering, but individually there's a very established competition in the area. It's hard to gain trust and credibility entering a new market. Building trust and credibility, especially in the security domain, can take time, and clients may be hesitant at the beginning to adopt such a solution. The landscape, as we mentioned earlier, keeps rapidly evolving. So Sentinel have to be always up to speed, which that also requires some resources um, to, and that resources, like all the startups, may face challenges in securing necessary funding, attracting talent to support the platform, and finally, integration with other existing systems. Because, as I said, other customers might already have some solutions. If they want to adopt partially some services from Sentinel, they would probably need to uh, keep using some of the other systems that they have already invested in. So it's a difficult market for Sentinel to enter, but I believe that there's a lot of potential, however.
There is a lot of potential, yes, and it's well. Let's bear in mind this is an European research project, and of course that most of the technology that we are supporting here also needs to mature and to reach technological readiness level, also to be used by the SMEs that we were describing previously. Okay, thank you, Kostas, for your insights. I guess we are with our last question,
Mhm.
and basically the last question is how do you see us now? I mean, you mentioned already the current landscape of SMEs that we are facing right now in 2024. But how do you foresee, for instance, in a 3 4 year frame? Do you think there is an exponential grow market in this area, not only in terms of technological solutions that are appearing, but also how will the SMEs actually absorb these new technological solutions and probably new threats that we are not aware of it, but probably new threats that will appear. How do you see your perspective, I would say, in a short, medium time frame?
Okay. Okay, that's a great question. I mean, looking ahead, the future of cybersecurity presents a mix of challenges and opportunities. So, one of the foremost challenges is the increasing sophistication of cyber threats. As technology advances, so the capabilities of malicious actors do. So we can expect more complex and targeted cyber attacks, such as ransomware attacks, advanced persistent threats, etc. So on the opportunity side, however, technological advancements also offer new tools for cybersecurity. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, for example, are becoming integral in identifying and mitigating threats in real time. So this can significantly enhance the effectiveness of cybersecurity measures, providing a proactive defense against evolving threats. Now, over the next 3 5 years that you asked, there's a growing expectation that more small and medium-sized enterprises will invest in cybersecurity measures. And hopefully, as awareness increases and regulatory pressures continue, SMEs will likely prioritize cybersecurity to protect their sensitive data and maintain customer trust. However, challenges such as budget constraints that we discussed before and resource limitations may still delay some of the SMEs to fully embrace the technology of cybersecurity. And this is where an opportunity is created for Sentinel, I would say, to develop a more cost-effective and user-friendly cybersecurity tool tailored for these smaller businesses. Moreover, we might see that larger enterprises might start collaborating with SMEs. Um, if you've seen the NIS2 directive, now they're not only interested in the critical infrastructures, but they're also their suppliers. So even SMEs now have to adopt to these directives, and hopefully this will help overall. I mean, yeah, that's all from me. I'm not sure if I missed any of your questions, Ruben.
No, thank you very much, Kostas. I think we are reached the end. It was once again, it was a pleasure to have you on board, and for sure we'll be in touch on Sentinel related duties. And well, thank you very much. And also for the people watching the podcast, please don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. And we'll see you around for the upcoming episode. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ruben, for having me. Thank you, everyone.